to encourage more airlines to come in. This House would also remember, sir, we have passed a legislation regarding the Cape Town Convention, which is the protection of interest in aircraft objects. This is specifically to align our civil aviation industry, align our leasing industry for aircrafts according to global standards, so that the airlines which are trying to start in the country becomes easier for them to lease the planes. If you look at the top Indigo or Air India or the other players that are there today, 80 to 85% of their aircrafts are leased today. So people are not owning the planes by themselves, they are leasing the planes today. And it was important for us, envisioning the demand that the country has created, that we encourage the leasing industry. Leasing is happening in Ireland, leasing is happening in UAE, leasing is happening in Singapore. And we wanted India to be there in that picture, and we have passed that legislation. And I'll also, through you, Chairman Sir, I will also try to tell the House that because of the UDAN scheme that we have done, we have expanded our network in the airports. We have expanded the route connectivity, just with the idea that people, the airlines which are there, they might find it only to go around the profitable routes. But we have encouraged so that new airlines also come in. There is Fly 91, there is Star Air, there is India One Air. There are these smaller airlines also, which we have encouraged in the last 5-6 years. These have all come in the last 5-6 years. And definitely, we are going to engage with the necessary stakeholders. I'm just giving you as a background, saying that the ministry has continuously been working to encourage competition. Once again, I'm saying, I want more players to be there in this industry. This is the time to start an airline in India. This has been the time. There is so much growth that is happening. So let us all encourage more airlines to come into this industry along with the government.
Fifth supplementary, Dr. M. Tambidurai ji.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairman, sir. The Minister explained the recent crisis, what is happening here. I also face the same problem. Fourth, Delhi Airport, I stayed from 6 o'clock up to 2 o'clock to go to Chennai. No, I'm telling, sir, I'm to the point. Because what Minister said, DGC giving the guidelines, that is good for safety of the passengers, international standard. But what happened so many years, the aircraft is Indigo and they were operating. Why not take action earlier? At least you have to caution them not to book the air tickets for us. Because I booked the air ticket. Fourth, how Indigo when negotiating, they are allowing to book the ticket and make a problem. But you are giving, I read the newspaper, you also return the money immediately. Returning money is different. But my problem, staying there, what kind of precautions you have taken, this kind of Indigo and other things, start beginning onwards.
Now, Honorable Minister.
For example, sir, I want to add, sir, Air India, regarding Air India, they are charging executive class 75,000 rupees. Please, sir, please listen to me, sir.
He is rising now.
Sir.
Please.
No, I'm telling you. Only one thing, sir. Only one thing, sir. Air 75,000 executive class, MPs we are paying for that. What is why there cannot be a ceiling? One fare means one fare. Air ticket means air ticket. You cannot put extra.
So okay. Now, Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister. Only one supplementary is allowed. Honorable Minister.
Sir, Honorable Chairman, sir, I regret the inconvenience that has been faced by the Honorable Member, and likewise many people who have been travelling in those 2-3 days. In fact, most of the people who are travelling those 2 days have gone through that inconvenience. We sincerely regret that, sir. And regarding the passengers, we have observed cancellations of 5,86,705 PNRs.
No, please.
For which 569 crores has been given. And on top of this, this has also been observed. Regarding the action, why have we not taken, sir? We have taken multiple actions before also. We have certain guidelines, we have certain regulations in place. And our duty as a regulator is to see if the guidelines and rules and regulations are followed or not. And whenever there seems to be non-compliance, we have not hesitated at all. There have been many instances. I can take the examples of the list, but I don't want to go through one and one. Many instances in the before, we have already penalized them. We have taken multiple actions. So that is a continuous activity that we do. This specific incident, what kind of inconvenience additionally passengers face, the government is taking that very seriously. In future civil aviation regulations that we have, especially regarding
let him answer. Let him answer. Please, my dear. Let him answer. Please, my dear. Please, my dear. Nothing will go on record except the answer of the Honorable Minister.
Are thoroughly protected. Your point is well noted, sir. Whatever understandings we have from this situation, in our future car making, we will definitely include them. So passengers are thoroughly protected. And regarding the capping of fares, right now we have capped the fares, sir. Across the country we have done it because there is a shortage in capacity. There have been certain cancellations. So we have created 4 slabs. And according to the slabs, based on the distance, we have capped the fares. And we have been continuously monitoring the capping of fares also in the regular season. Whenever there is a season where we see, based on the previous history, there might be an increase in the fares, we have taken very strict action. We have done it regarding the Srinagar incident that has happened. We have done it during the Kumbh Mela. We have done it previously also. And we will be continuously monitoring so the passenger is not exploited at any single point of time.
Question number 79, Shri Akhilesh Prasad Singh Ji. Honorable Minister. Question number 79.
Sir, this answer has been placed on the table of the House.
Now, first supplementary on question number 79, Shri Akhilesh Prasad Singh Ji.
सी के
Your first supplementary, please.
भाग सी में मैंने पूछा था सेफ्टी को लेकर सवाल पटना एयरपोर्ट को लेकर 2025 के विधानसभा में मैं पटना में काम करता था। उस समय मेरे घर के ठीक बगल में एक बोइंग का एक्सीडेंट हुआ था और तब से सेफ्टी का सवाल वहां बना हुआ है। पटना एयरपोर्ट के बारे में, रनवे के बारे में कई विशेषज्ञ, खास करके सुरक्षा विशेषज्ञ चिंता जता चुके हैं और सभी लोग जानते हैं कि पटना का जो रनवे है वो छोटा है। यूएस फेडरल एविएशन एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के अनुसार एयरपोर्ट के रनवे की आदर्श लंबाई 2300 मीटर होनी चाहिए, लेकिन पटना का रनवे इससे 750 फीट छोटा है। हम मंत्री जी से स्पेसिफिक जानना चाहते हैं कि पटना एयरपोर्ट के रनवे के विस्तार की योजना पर कोई प्रगति है या नहीं।
Honorable Chairman, sir, Patna is a very important airport in the country. It has got operations which are very important, considering it's the capital of Bihar also. And the honorable member has also mentioned the challenge that we have at the runway because of 2050 meters. It is not the advisable runway for A320s because with load penalty, considering all the safety risk assessments, we are running the airport with that limited runway. And we have continuously approached the state government because land is ultimately the state subject. So we want to expand the runway because of the operations that we have there. But the challenge is, on one side of the runway, we have the railway track going on. And on the other side of the runway, we have the zoo park, and we also have the bell tower, which has been a historic monument. And we have been continuously engaging with the state government to see if there is any kind of possibility for the getting the land. If we have the sizable land, which we have already requested being provided by the state government, definitely we can elongate the runway. It is not only to have proper operations of the bigger airplanes, which is the Airbus or the wide body, but we also want to have international operations. That has also been a strong demand that has been coming from the Patna airport. But to have this, we definitely need a longer runway, which is a challenge today because of the availability of land. And definitely we have written to the state government and we are continuously engaging with the state government on this.